Hello and welcome back to another episode of the CineClub podcast. I'm Matthew.
I'm Dion.
And I'm Rhys. Today we're diving into the filmography of one of cinema's most popular directors, Martin Scorsese.
From mobsters, boxers and comedians, what's everyone's favourite?
Oh, I don't know. There's a lot to choose from, obviously, most of which I will admit I haven't seen. Because he's got a very long and diverse filmography. I think that's the main thing about Scorsese.
Yeah.
He doesn't just he's most famous, say, for something like Goodfellas, right?
Yeah.
But he doesn't stick to that one mob genre like a couple of other directors.
Well, I've
might,
heard people say he does. I've heard that's why Jake's not that big on his stuff, because Jake's still unwell, by the way.
Yeah.
But he's been put that out there for the loyal listeners.
He's been whacked.
He's been
whacked.
whacked.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh,
But no, he's been saying well, Jake just says it's all mobster films. I see where he's coming from.
To be honest, while I do agree, I think the thing is a lot of people do not get about Martin Scorsese is that while it's their mobster films, there's at least something with them. Like Irishman is about living your life and the depression of it, of growing older, while everyone around you is pretty much dead.
Yeah.
Goodfellas is about the glorification of the mobster genre.
Yeah.
And in many ways showing how difficult it is to live in this modern day life of mobsters. And I'm trying to think of the other mobster films. Casino, while Casino's not really a mobster film per se, it's definitely a lot.
Isn't it? I've not seen it.
I'd say it's in the genre. My dad goes on about
It does go in it, yeah, but I would say it's kind of
Got Don Rickles in that one.
yeah.
Mr. Potato Head. What years? Don Rickles was in.
Is Don Rickles dead?
Don Rickles has been dead a while now,
Oh.
and he was in Casino.
You got whacked.
He got whacked. But anyhow, what's your favourite one?
My favourite one. I don't know. Well, I rewatched a couple for this episode. I rewatched Cape Fear, which is
Was that by him?
that was him.
I didn't even know that.
Yeah.
Was that when he was doing weird films in the 80s and 70s?
I think it was the 80s. Yeah. It was it's a remake, obviously, of this classic noir film. But Spielberg was initially set to direct it, but he said, "Oh, I know Martin Scorsese. He'd be really good at this."
Yeah.
So he literally phoned him up and said, "Right, Marty, I've got this film for you, Cape Fear. It's going to be really good." See, the interesting thing about it though is it's one of his more commercial films. It doesn't really have as much of his stylistic input in as much as something.
That's why I didn't know it was him.
Exactly. That's why I didn't either. It's got no cool needle drops, none of the build up of the world building that's usually present in his films. But it really is just quite a tightly made thriller.
Yeah.
This could just as easily turn into a Robert De Niro episode. But De Niro in this film is absolutely terrifying.
Didn't he I read it recently that he his teeth in that film.
Yes.
He went out of his way to destroy his own teeth.
He paid.
What?
I think it was £5,000.
He paid a dentist wreck his teeth
for an orthodontist to just shave down his teeth for this film, and then paid $20,000 to get them fixed again after the film, which is crazy. It definitely, I didn't even notice the teeth when I was watching the film, which bit of a waste of money there, Robert, if that's the case.
Yeah.
I've not seen this film, but
you saw him beef with Robert De Niro.
Yeah, I don't want it, especially after that film. He's this is Robert De Niro in this film in his prime, and he's jacked. He's terrifying.
I've seen clips where he looks terrifying.
He's really scary.
Sounds weird as well.
Mm-hmm. It's so funny.
All I've seen is the clip when he leaves prison. He goes, "What about your books?" He goes, "Already read them." And I'm like, why does he sound like that?
He's putting on his best Benoit Blanc impression the whole film.
That's what he's doing.
Robert De Niro is pretty good. I haven't seen
groundbreaking stuff.
Yeah.
I bet he's buzzing that he's got your approval.
No, I liked him in Goodfellas. I thought he was quite good in that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I don't think you think he's the best one.
I've not seen.
He's not my favourite Goodfellas.
I've not seen him in a lot of this Martin Scorsese stuff. Spreading out. I don't know if he's in Taxi Driver, but the stuff I've seen him in Goodfellas and stuff, and Irishman, he's quite.
Just what my favourite Robert De Niro performance is, and I'm not even joking.
Is it gonna be fucking
It's Meet the Fockers.
I knew it.
Honest to God, he's really funny in it.
I was gonna say for Jack and Jill.
Was he in Jack and Jill?
Yeah, he goes Don Cucino.
No, that's Al Pacino.
Oh, is it? Oh.
Yep, it's in the name.
Oh.
Right, anyway, that's enough. That's enough fucking about. Right, let's right back on this film.
Anyhow,
so Robert De Niro is terrifying in this film.
Yeah.
He's directed really well by Scorsese. I think I was watching a video earlier before this episode about Scorsese's directorial style, in a little interview with him, and he says what he likes to really do is kind of match his emotions with those of the actors he's working with, and really let them into the scene emotionally, which is how you get such powerful performances like out of these actors. Like, so say the bit in Goodfellas, the bit where Joe Pesci's going, "Think I'm funny?" Like that bit. You've seen that bit.
But he's in the room there. Yeah.
Guest star Joe Pesci.
Oh God, it went quiet there.
That was so quiet. I know.
But yeah, I know what you mean.
I thought you were gonna say. I thought I was like waiting for the silence for he's dead because I didn't know if he's dead or alive.
No, he's alive.
Okay, he's alive, right? Anyway, the bit in Goodfellas where Joe Pesci he's going, you think I'm funny? What's funny about me? And it goes really quiet, and the camera lingers on him for ages. That is like what Scorsese said that he likes to do. He likes to really give the actors time to just work on their own performance and like get into that headspace and the emotional space that like lets them deliver these like very in character, very intimidating lines.
Oh, it works as well.
It works so well. It's so scary. And you can really see how like that film, Goodfellas especially, because I'm going to keep talking about that because it's like one of his most popular,
Goodfellas is probably his best one.
It's one of his best.
Yeah,
like,
it's my. I sound like I feel like I sound proper basic saying it, but that is my favorite Scorsese film.
Sometimes that's the case though.
And Good Times. Which one's the one about the guy at the office work who like pretty much is trying to get home after being like blackout drunk?
I don't know.
It was pretty funny, that one.
I don't know.
I think it was Good Times or something.
But like
Jake knows.
that's an exact Jake's here in spirit.
God rest. But yeah,
anyway, but like that's another testament to the variety of Scorsese's like films. He's done like mob films, Casino, Goodfellas, Irishman, but he's also done stuff like Shutter Island, stuff like
Hugo,
stuff like Hugo, which is weird. I didn't expect Hugo was a Scorsese film either.
Hugo's really good. Like
I didn't even know that was him either.
Can I go on like a tangent on Hugo?
Go ahead,
I actually still
tangent.
remember it to this day, where it's like the whole film's about kids who's like learning about cinema in France, and it's pretty much about the new wave in many ways. And it has I forgot his name, Ben Kingsley, I think.
Yes, Ben Kingsley.
As a guy who like owns like the theater, and he lives like in a train. Like he's homeless, so the kid lives in like a train station in Paris. I remember quite liking it because that was like the first Martin Scorsese film I saw.
Yeah,
I didn't know it was by him, so I was shocked. He made like a kids film, and a really good one. In fact,
it was heavily marketed towards kids, but I don't remember liking it as a kid. I thought it was too weird and too out there.
I don't remember anything from it. I remember he's hanging from a clock at one point.
Yeah, I remember that. That's like on all the posters and that.
Yeah,
it's very much like a love letter to the new wave. I remember.
Yeah.
And I think again on this video I was watching, he's taken a lot of inspiration from the new wave. This quite realist style and like quite personal narratives because again. Like a lot of the stuff he draws from is like from his own childhood and his own past, like living in New York and living in like the essentially isolated Italian areas of New York. Yeah. Where like, everyone knows everyone. Like, and he like really creates that atmosphere in his films a lot of the time. I feel like the atmosphere of everyone knowing everyone, like, and like that like kind of close knit community.
Well, you even see it in the bit in Goodfellas when he's walking through the bar at the start, he's naming everybody.
Yeah, he's naming everyone, Like that kind of vibe, like is just like what he's best at, making a world as well as a film.
It's just a postmodern film of like, because what he's doing is he's trying to break like the mold of the gangster genre and Goodfellas, where it's very much not a generic gangster film because it's trying to be a bit meta in times, very tongue in cheek.
Yeah,
and while it's based on a true story, it doesn't feel like it's trying to feel as grounded as it should be. Like there's a lot of like dialogue and heads and stuff, and there's a narration going on.
Oh, I love the narration so much.
Speaking of, can we stay on? Do you want to stay on Goodfellas for a bit? Because that's what I was going to mention.
Yeah, that's probably the one we're probably going to have to focus on.
Yeah, well, I think that was the first one I'd seen. Well, other than Hugo, but like that was a long time ago. But I just love Goodfellas. I've not seen it in ages, mind. But I've just always loved it, and it's Ray Liotta's really great in it. But the best, and it's not. I don't think it's debate that Joe Pesci is the best in that film.
Oh yeah,
he's absolutely. He's terrifying. A little bit when he shoots Michael Imperioli's character.
Yeah. Is that the one where they're playing the casino?
Yeah. Where they play. Yeah, and he chats back to him, and he just kills him.
And he's trying to hide the body.
Yeah. Wait, how did they even hide his body in that?
I don't remember.
I remember them trying to hide a body, but I don't know if
that's someone else.
Frank Vincent's body.
Yeah, Frank Vincent's character.
And he looks funny in that film.
He looks so weird. He doesn't look like Frank Vincent.
The mustache is so fake. But like the brutality of that whole scene, where they kill Frank Vincent's character.
Yeah, and they're playing there's a Donovan song playing in the background.
Yeah, there is. Yeah,
it's so weird. But
it's such a good scene. That my god, the first half of that film looks so.
It does.
Beautiful.
I love the second. I think the first half while good. The second half is what got me into it. Like the final bit where he's like trying to see if he's being like
the helicopter.
He's like looking around.
Yeah.
I knew he was gonna get caught, but like it was like the first time I saw it. I actually saw it on the big screen last year for the first time, and seeing that on like on the cinema was so good.
I would love to see it in the cinema.
The red light is my favorite aspect of the whole film. Like visually,
at the very start when he's got the boot open. Oh my god, it's so good.
The red light always happens like whenever they're committing a crime in like the first half. I think that's what the motif's meant to be.
Yeah.
But it's so gorgeous. They're like, and it's like the heightened realism as well that Scorsese does. It's like, it's like New Wave Plus.
Yeah.
Where it's the realism, but you have the talking in your heads. You have like the crazy characters that may not like normally exist, and you have like the more fantastical elements and like the non-diegetic bits. My favorite bit in the film is, well, in like tension wise, it's when it's near the end when Lorraine Bracco's character she goes to see Robert De Niro.
Yeah.
And he says,
my god,
I've got these deal dresses for you.
Just on this back
down the street.
Yeah.
And she like looks, she like checks every door and she sees this door and it's got like two dudes waiting for her. And like she's like, oh shit, what do I do? Like trying to get away without like tipping him off. Because that must be terrifying. That's like, you can just see where The Sopranos came from, really.
Yeah, well, we were talking about that before, weren't we?
It's just like, it is a casting call for The Sopranos. Frank Vincent, Michael Imperioli, Tony Sirico, everyone's there.
Yeah.
Lorraine Bracco as well, obviously. Like, everyone's there.
I genuinely forgot she was in this. I forgot it was her playing Henry Hill's wife.
Yeah.
Whose name has slipped me by.
Who plays Henry Hill?
Ray Liotta.
Right. What's up with his laugh?
I swear that was his real laugh.
That can't be. He laughs like he's trying to hide the fact someone's hammering a nail into his
laughs
foot.
like he's not allowed to laugh at home.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? Like
his mouth goes open so wide. Like, I thought it was like, oh, they're all like fake laughing, the mobsters. They don't want to. That's what I thought it was, but no, he just genuinely laughs like that.
Yeah.
That's just what he's doing. He's going,
You bring that
like
up, by the way.
Breaking into tears.
You bring that up, by the way. I want to kind of like talk about this. The whole family side, friendship side of it is generally just brilliant.
Yeah.
The idea that like it starts off with them feeling like a family.
Yeah.
And then when Joe Pesci just gets whacked.
That bit's still
it's
like, unbelievable. It's like the face you make sure he's like, oh no, he gets like blown off.
Like, and the whole impact of that, like in the final act. The thing is, I remember a lot of the second and third act. I don't remember the first act for some reason.
A lot of it really fast. That's
first
why.
My favorite part.
A lot of it is just very much we see his life like before he became mobster and the whole idea he got into the family.
Yeah.
And then the second one is pretty much the heist, what I would call it.
Yeah, the heist. Yeah, when the Lufthansa heist, isn't it?
Yeah, and then Robert De Niro starts whacking everyone.
Yeah, that bit when everyone's getting killed.
Yeah, that's
and
so
they're playing Layla.
Oh,
that's not even the best. I think the best music part in that film is I don't know what's happened. I think Jimmy, Robert De Niro, I think he's planning to kill
the wig guy.
Yeah, Murray. Yeah. And it cuts to it's zooming on Robert De Niro and Sunshine He Loves playing.
Yes,
it's so good. That film, he spent. I saw it just the other day. He spent, I think it was $1.5 million on the soundtrack for that film.
He needs to.
He's got Eric Clapton, George Harrison, the Rolling Stones.
When did George Harrison play?
It's when the helicopter's flying.
Oh,
he's playing What Is Life. That's playing. But the music in Goodfellas is so good.
The needle drops are like one of my favourite aspects of his style, I think.
Yeah.
Like, because they're so unexpected, you expect like Italian music or something, like something typical of the mob genre.
Yeah, and it's like
but he comes out of nowhere with like punk music and anything. Like, I think one of my favourite needle drops as well is the very end of the film. It's in the credits. It's like some like
what is it?
Quite like rocky,
isn't it
punky cover of it's like quite a good cover of I think it's My Way.
Yes.
Yeah, it's like I don't know who does it.
It's after he opens the door.
Yeah. And it's like really like thrashy and like rocky. It's really cool. And it's like not something you expect Scorsese to like know, And like you wouldn't like look at this man and say like he's got like the best music taste ever.
You've got to keep in mind, and we're gonna talk about it soon, that he's done loads of music documentaries. He did stuff with the band, George Harrison, Bob Dylan. He's like, and he did a film, I've not seen it, it's called The Colour of Money, and he got, I forget his name, Robbie Robertson from the band to do the music.
That's the reason why he quit.
That's why they split up.
Oh,
it's
right.
depressing
he was
as
like,
hell.
do you want to do music for my film?
Yeah.
And he was like, yeah, I'll do it, but I'm not going to invite anybody else.
Oh.
And then everyone like Levon Helm was like fuming.
Oh, wow.
We'll get to it later.
We're going to get to his documentary stuff, but
yeah, that's definitely the most recognisable aspect of his style, I think, the music.
Yeah,
like,
absolutely.
You can like pinpoint that down. But I feel like when I was watching it, I was really trying to think, like, what's Scorsese about? What does he do?
Yeah.
And I find it quite hard to pin down because it's so ingrained into films nowadays. Needle drops are everywhere now, you know, like they're in Guardians of the Galaxy now. Like
I
not,
think
not
no
the
one
same
does
way,
it as good
but
as
no
him.
one does exactly.
Honestly,
no one does it the same.
One of my favorite. I forgot about it. Is the "Be My Baby" one near the start when him and Lorraine Bracco are walking through the restaurant.
Yes.
That bit's great.
I like that bit, the like tracking shots. He says in an interview that like he wants the music to match the camera and what's going on with the camera angles. And I think you can see that. You definitely can. Like say in that bit where Robert De Niro's like saying, right, he's thinking I'm gonna kill this guy, and you can really tell.
Yeah,
he had the very like slow intro to Sunshine of Your Love.
Yeah,
and it's just
Wolf of Wall Street.
Wolf
of Wall Street is full of needle drops.
Oh,
I think the whole soundtrack is just needle drops.
Yeah.
It is insane. Because you remind me of how good it is. I'm thinking. I was trying to think what other film he had in needle drops, and there's quite a few.
He's
but
got
like Wolf of Wall Street is the one which I always point to because that film. I know you're saying like Mean Street or whatever it was. You guys talking about didn't feel like a Martin Scorsese film. Wolf of Wall Street didn't. It feels very fast paced editing. It doesn't slow down. It's 3 hours, of course, but it. So if I remember correctly, when I first time watched it, I was shocked how well it is because it doesn't feel like 3 hours because of how he writes it. But the narration and stuff, it just goes like really quickly.
So it's the first half of Goodfellas. So I feel like. Even though Wolf of Wall Street isn't a mob film, it really feels like it still. You've got the same dynamic of like the two families, like the home family and the job family, and Margot Robbie's character as well. She's like she's like a mob wife essentially. I've not seen it for
Killer of the Flower Moon's another one like that. Well, it's not a mob film. There's moments where it does feel like it, where
it's still about crime.
Where towards the end, I think it's Robert De Niro character or something. He also starts whacking off people because they want to hide the money and stuff, and I think pretty much tells him like tell your like girlfriend like lies and stuff.
Yeah,
this is just legitimately mean.
Yeah, it's the same like it's like Racketeer. It's just the whole like genre of crime. I think he expanded to and like takes the mob aspects there. Robert De Niro being there doesn't like help the case of it not being a mob film, like because he's straight there, you know, and he's just playing that like character that he does. But I think. I was too mentally like slow for that film when it came out. I need to watch it again.
Which one kills the flower?
Yeah, because I've heard people say it's good. Like I've heard people also say it's terrible and boring. The pace couldn't keep me up for like the first time when I watched it. You know,
nice.
But I feel like watching it again, I probably like appreciate
more of a
it
slow
more.
burn. Do you think?
Yeah, and I didn't really get what was going on either. But I think now that I know,
I think it's probably my favorite ending of all those films.
How does it end again?
So it ends with Martin Scorsese cameo. But it's pretty much a theatre show of the whole show, of the whole film, and it ends with Martin Scorsese kind of narrating it.
Yeah.
And it gave me a kind of like a Alfred Hitchcock kind of vibe, where it is legitimately just him kind of like going, "Well, this is how the film went," but there's a message at the end, and it just felt like just feels like a classic.
Yeah,
I love it. It's such a great ending.
He does take a bit from Hitchcock as well, because back onto Cape Fear, that is a remake, as I said, a noir film. Hitchcock was meant to direct the original. And a lot of his like DNA is still there, and in the remake that Scorsese does, you can really tell the soundtrack is like blasting out constantly, like it's really loud and oppressive. It's quite tightly paced, and again, it's just got that like Hitchcocky vibe about it. These like weird. Oh, I love some of my favorite bits as well, like the bits that are like designated scary bits, where he like inverts the colors, so like.
Right.
Black as well. There's a bit where the main guy, like, they're all essentially like staking out their own house because the whole like you remember the film, yeah? Do you remember anything about it?
What film, sir?
Cape Fear.
I've not seen it.
Oh,
I've only seen the bit when he leaves jail.
Okay,
when he's
anyway,
laughing.
but the whole like plot of that film is that Robert De Niro is a man that was put away for like sexual battery or whatever, and he's angry at the main character who was his defense lawyer who hid evidence purposefully so that he get locked away because he thought this is a horrible person. I don't know what I'm doing defending him.
Yeah, right.
And so he's out for revenge. But in his prison time, he learned to read and he read every single law book that there is. So he knows the law better than the lawyer. And so he's like stalking him and terrorizing him, but just within the bounds of the law, the whole film. So what they're trying to do is legally entrap him. So they go. He's also like trying to like groom his like teenage daughter as well. Right. It's like it's really messed up. It's so disgusting in this film. But they try and trick him into breaking and entering the property. So
Right.
they fake that the main characters went away on holiday, and that their wife and daughter have returned home by themselves, right? But then what they do is the main character stays in the car. They hire like a private detective there.
Okay.
Is this the same film we're talking about?
Yes.
Cape
Okay.
Fear, yeah.
Yes.
I'm thinking. This feels a
It's
bit.
a new level of disrespect. That.
no, I'm just trying to think. Thinking this feels so like what I didn't expect. Would you think?
It doesn't feel like a Scorsese film at all. No.
Yeah.
And it's got that like mental aspect that like is quite Hitchcocky as well.
I
But
need
like
to watch this.
they essentially trying to legally plan to kill him, like so they won't get arrested for it.
Oh, right, okay.
So they want to like make him break into the house so then they can shoot him.
Oh,
but-
I get you.
Right.
The main character's in bed, and he wakes up and he sees Robert De Niro in his room.
Oh, God.
And granted, like we haven't seen him entering the house at all, right?
Yeah.
And they like swap the color grading, they swap the colors. So like black is white is black. Like it's completely inverted and very
Yeah.
creepy looking. So you just see Robert De Niro like standing in the room inverted, and the music's like blasting and that, and it's very Hitchcocky. And then he wakes up and he goes, "How many?" Like because earlier Robert De Niro like poisoned the dog, right? He says, "I've just realized. I think I've realized how he killed the dog." And she goes, "What?" "I have a strange feeling he's already inside the house."
Oh.
And it's
Oh,
so
that's horrible.
scary. It borders on horror. It's so
I
good.
don't like that.
You know what? I think I want to bring this up because I don't think we have it in the script or anything.
Mm-hmm.
But I want to actually talk about like Matt and Scorsese like acting. Have you guys seen him?
Oh, yeah.
Have you guys seen? I'm not gonna bring up what you think, but have you guys seen The Studio?
I've not.
It's
No.
a Seth Rogen show.
Yeah, when he makes him cry.
Yeah,
I've seen that. Bit.
you
It's
just
really
remind me
funny.
of like
He
how
buys- does he not, like, buy the rights to his film and doesn't make it.
Yeah.
And he's like, Seth Rogen makes Martin Scorsese cry. It's like really funny.
Like really? Like or is this like a skit?
It's a bit.
Okay, it's a bit, right, yeah.
It's really funny because even
It's like his face drops. It's
There's
really
another
sad.
There's another film where he's like playing himself, and it was a show. I think it's Curb Your Enthusiasm, where like
of course.
Larry Dave's like go tell him, "I don't know how to act in your scene," and he's just going, "You just do this," and he's just like him having a go at Larry David for about like half an hour.
He's good in that bit in when he's in Taxi Driver
Oh yeah,
and he's really he's in the back of the taxi
Not in Taxi
and
Driver.
he's talking. Oh, have you not?
No.
There's a
Not
bit
in
in
the
Taxi
Taxi-
Driver
it's in
when
Taxi
Robert De Niro he gets in De Niro's car and he tells him to park outside an apartment and he goes, "Look up there," and there's a man up there with a woman and they're kissing and he goes, "Do you know what that is?" He goes, "That's my wife," and he's like, and he goes, "You know what I'm gonna do?" And he gets a revolver and he goes, "I'm gonna go up there and I'm gonna kill him," and he starts laughing. He's like, "Yeah, I'm gonna kill him." And then I might be forgetting it, but I think Robert De Niro just watches him get out the car and go up the stairs and he just drives off.
isn't that what, like starts hit Robert De Niro's kind of character's like downfall?
I don't know. I've not seen it in quite a while, but
I can't picture like Scorsese as like a young man though.
he had like a long hair and a beard.
You look like it's the same with George Lucas. Like there's like that same vibe where you can't see.
Yeah.
him as
Oh,
anything
he
other
was
than old
never
men.
young, him.
Like
He couldn't have been.
you seen that photo of him when he's getting married, and he wore the
Yeah, he's got the
He
helmet.
wore the helmet.
Yeah.
Like that's like something you wouldn't. Again, it's something you wouldn't expect him to do. He's much more of a varied, like whimsical person than you
Yeah.
expect. You know, that's what I really like about him. How much he like keeps surprising you.
I like there's a bit like speaking of him being whimsical. There's a clip from like an award show from like a few years ago where they were doing a bit where whenever someone said Martin Scorsese, they would do a shot. So the two people presenting it, someone shouted his name, and then they did a shot, but they didn't tell him he was going to do it. And it cuts to Martin Scorsese, and he's like crying his eyes out, but he's like looking around to see like what's he's like really confused. I love him. I think he's really funny.
He's
I know
really
he's quite witty, isn't he?
He is. So, like, there's a great there's a reason why he was picked in a Kurosawa short film.
Mm-hmm.
When they were
Oh.
asking it, I've told you guys this, but like he was asked by Kurosawa because I think he saw him as Leonardo da Vinci. And there's a short film where this girl goes into a painting and meets Leonardo da Vinci, who tells the meaning of a thing. But for some reason, he has like a big beard, but long hair, and it's like
Yeah.
it
It
just
doesn't look
feels
right.
so-
Yeah. Now there's this great bit in Shark Tale as well.
No.
No, we're not talking.
Yeah,
about
I'm
Shark Tale.
vetoing shot.
You want to
Yeah.
move? You want to move on? Shall we just move on then?
Yeah, we could. I'm pretty happy to. Yeah.
Right. Let's talk about the documentaries though, because he's done like 3 or
Yeah.
4 of them. Like,
He's done quite a few. Can
Yeah.
I've got so much to say.
Lead the way.
So he did a documentary in the 70s with the band called The Band, and it was for a film called The Last Waltz, which is technically a Thanksgiving film. It probably came out on Thanksgiving.
It was because their final show was
Yeah,
Thanksgiving.
they were doing the final ever show, and they got loads of special guests. They got Ringo Starr, Eric Clapton, Van Morrison, Joni Mitchell, Neil Young, and Bob Dylan. And there's two parts about this film that I think are quite interesting. There's a really good shot where it's they finish like a big song, and then you hear the audience clapping, and the clapping dies down, and the camera's like near the ceiling, and it pans down, and there's a man stood in, like, you see a silhouette of a man with like a massive hat on and a guitar, and it's Bob Dylan, and it's one of my favourite shots in like any documentary because it just looks so cool. You can see a silhouette against like the blue like lighting. Another fact about The Last Waltz, which I told you about earlier.
Mm-hmm.
So, did you notice? So Dion's seen The Last Waltz. Did you notice Neil Young's behaviour? So he was on loads of drugs.
I think they mentioned it, didn't they, or something?
Yeah, and Neil Young's manager had to pay thousands of dollars for them to edit out a blob of cocaine that was in his nose, and it's become like a running joke on how thing he was. But that's a good film, The Last Waltz.
I enjoyed it. I didn't like it as much as other people do.
Yeah.
People call it the best concert film.
Oh, I wouldn't say it is.
It's okay, but the thing that makes it more interesting is how like the cut to like I won't call it intermissions, but like the
like
interludes, of him talking about like the band itself, and I like that more than the music itself.
That bit's really good because like you can see him as like an interviewer, because he's like, the way he's talking to them is really as if they're good mates, but then he's asking like really insightful questions.
Like there's one about Bob Dylan which caught my eye where they're talking about, okay, well, like, what did you start with, and they're talking about how like they started off as like a Bob Dylan band.
Yeah, there was backing band.
That's the reason why Bob Dylan showed up at the end of the show.
Yeah.
And it's just so interesting because you can see the reason why all these people up on stage isn't because like they're probably a band or anything. They were like bands for like 16 years or anything. But like they're the reason why they did it. Like Paul McCartney, Ringo, like other people like on there, big ones, inspired them.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And it's a powerful thing. And it's depressing, of course, because it's their final show and there's a somber mood.
Well, it was meant to be the final show.
Was it?
No, they kept going for like 20 years. Which
20
which really, well, no, it wasn't it was the last one as that, like, that sort of, what's the word?
Iteration,
yeah.
Because then,
before Robbie Robertson, which is his actual name, I swear to God, I think he left, and then they all kept going for a while, but then more and more of them started dying.
Oh,
so they kept going until like doing like.
I don't like Robertson. Like,
no one likes him.
He comes off very egotistical, like in the beginning.
Yeah,
he's only focused on them, and he's like butting in and doing stuff, and the whole film is just focused on him.
Yeah,
and it just comes off kind of like I nearly turned it off because I just didn't.
Couldn't put up with him.
Yeah. And then until when he was talking about band, that was when I got into it again.
Yeah.
But even then, the music wasn't a big fan of.
Yeah, no, I see what you mean.
I just didn't.
There's a few.
It's really hard.
There's like a really questionable. You know Van Morrison.
Yes.
There's a bit where he's wearing like a purple like leotard.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And he goes to do like a kick in the air, and I'm gonna rewatch it because it's the funniest thing ever. You can see in his face, he's like, "I've pulled something there." He looks like he's pulled a muscle. But no, The Last Waltz is good. You watched.
I watched a bit of the, what's it called? George Harrison.
Living in the Material World.
In the Material World, yes, that's it.
Did you get your 4 hours back?
Hmm?
Did you get your 4 hours
Oh,
back?
I didn't watch all of it. I watched a bit.
I told him to watch the second
like,
half.
because I feel like structure-wise, it's quite similar all the way through from what I saw. Scorsese's style's definitely there in it. He's definitely got a passion for like what he's talking about, what the subject matter is. He knows his stuff. Oh my God, he knows his stuff so well. Gathering clips from old interviews, from actual interviews like that he's done for this.
Yeah.
You can hear him as like the documentary, like auteur, I suppose.
Yeah.
Like asking questions and that, and I really like that about it. But the music again is the main part. Is it the main part?
The main part.
The main part of it. That makes it quite special because what he really is good at doing, and I'm going to like hammer this home this whole episode because I think this is like one of his strongest traits as a director, is that he really lets things speak for themselves.
Yeah.
There are moments where they will like there's a bit where he's talking. It's Paul talking about, oh well, I heard the song was really really good, and like and like I was just really like wowed by it. Like John's, it was Yoko actually. Yoko was saying like, that, John heard, what was it? Heard While My Guitar Gently Weeps,
Oh yeah.
and like thought that's good enough to put it on the single, or like as a
Yeah.
single, when that was
Yeah.
normally Paul's spot.
Mhm.
And then you he just shows the images, like shows images from the time, shows like the
Yeah.
album cover, like the cover of the single and that, and that it really, 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 really like sells it that Scorsese then puts over it an early version of the song
Yeah.
that's not even complete yet. This would have been the version that they all heard,
yeah. That's
time.
the demo.
and you can like, and just let it linger. You can really feel the like emotion in it, and like the the potential in the song.
Yeah.
because you know what it will then become. Because then he merges it into the complete version,
That's so cool.
and you get to hear the full instrumental kick in, and it is so so
I've not
gorgeous.
seen this. I've only seen Bob Dylan one, but I want to actually add something.
Mhm.
Is it what's the documentary about? About like, is it about like George Harrison up until
It's about his whole
career?
It's about up until he was stabbed
Oh shit!
in his house, and that bit's really good when he's talking about the bit when it actually cuts to him talking about when he was attacked, and you can see like the horror in his eyes when he's talking about it. And he's got some really great lines in it, and there's some really like funny stories as well. The Tom Petty one I was telling you about earlier with the ukuleles, I like that one. But there was another one that like, it was when they're talking about when Roy Orbison died, because they were all in the Travelling Wilburys together. And when Roy Orbison died, someone called Tom Petty and told him. And then like minutes later, George Harrison called him and he said, "Aren't you glad it wasn't you?" Which is a bit like,
Christ, man.
it's a bit odd, but
Like, I think that's again like a bit another of like Scorsese like stylistic points that's been translated into being a documentary that he really lets the
Lets them
actors, the
speak.
subjects,
It doesn't
speak for
feel-
themselves and get into
Yeah.
that like tone themselves. Because was he interviewing George, asking about the stabbing?
no, it
Or
was
that, like, after he died.
I think it was like, it was an interview from just after he'd been stabbed, so I think it was him.
Yeah,
Because it came out in about 2011, I
Mhm.
think, 10 years after he died.
yeah. But you said like again, he just knows how to let the subject speak for
Yeah.
themselves, how to let them get into it. You said earlier that Ringo starts crying at some point.
Yeah, it's horrible.
Which, you know, it's hard. That's hard. That's a hard thing to see. That's like something you leave in the document. When you have that as a documentary filmmaker, you know, right, this is my emotional moment. This is what I've got. This is like what I've got to use to like.
It lets
in the
them be
emotional strong point.
themselves, like,
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
That's to
even
speak for
the Bob
itself. Yeah.
Dylan one. I know I'm going.
Which
ahead
one
a
did
bit.
you see?
I saw both. I've watched the one.
Was
I
it
watched the one.
No Direction Home?
I watched No Direction Home on YouTube,
Oh,
and then I watched the Netflix one.
Oh,
The
Rolling
one where it
Thunder.
was bullshitting. Yeah.
Yeah, that one. Yeah.
That's the thing. I really like both of them because I want to add something what Rhys said about how they feel raw. The
yeah.
Bob Dylan one is just him kind of just
It's just Bob Dylan talking for
yeah. It is like him lying,
which is
for
quite
about-
impressive because like, it's notoriously really hard to get an interview with him, let alone 4 hours just sat with him. Which
well,
kinda
8 hours
speaks to how-
now.
Yeah, and also, I like this as well. You know, everyone's got this like respect for Martin Scorsese, which is
Yeah.
like well deserved.
Uh-huh.
Even there's a bit where I remember seeing he'd won like an award, or it was like a it was like the presidential honors thing. It was like that, but it
Yeah.
wasn't that. And there was a special guest, and it was Bob Dylan singing, and you can see like the look on his face when he's talking to like Scorsese. There's like just this like shared admiration. And it's really cool.
Because the two greats. He's one of the. He will go down. Scorsese will always go down as one.
There's
of
a reason why he
greats,
did
you
like
know?
a second documentary.
Yeah.
Like he loved it because if I don't know if it's correct, but like the reason why he did a second documentary was pretty much the second documentary is him like lying for the first half, tricking the
Well,
audience.
no, he's not. He's
Was
not
that-
really, because it's the second one, the Netflix one.
That's
There's
what I'm
not
saying.
really a lot of Bob Dylan speaking. A lot of
No?
it's footage
Ah.
from the time. But the bit when you say he's bullshitting what he actually did, he's not per se. He's saying he's trying to explain something. And this is another really cool bit in the interview. Is he's try candid. He's trying to explain to Scorsese, like metaphorically how he felt. And he's trying to come across really clever. And he goes, he's like, you know what? It was a tour in the sense that it wasn't a tour, but it was traditional. And then he stops and he goes, I don't know what I'm talking about. It's really good, and you can hear them both like cracking up.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, that's a good
Is it-
documentary as well.
yeah.
But the George Harrison one is still is
I need
still
to
my
watch it.
favorite.
It just like for the bits I watched, it kept my attention the whole way through because
Absolutely.
it's paced so well and so cleanly. Like,
Yeah.
Again, in the interview I watched with Scorsese, he said that like his idea of working as a director is like using a language, film as a language
Right.
that he like then talks the audience through. What does
Okay.
this shot mean to, like, if I pair it with this shot, how does that create like a new meaning? Like he really understands that concept of like creating meaning through visuals and through
Even
like
with
all
the
the
Last
elements of a
Waltz,
film.
Even with the Last Waltz, like a lot of the interviews feel less like an interview and more like a film.
Yeah.
Because how it was shot, it was usually like going back and forth. It didn't feel like a talking head. And there's moments where they're just together in a house.
Yeah.
And you can just see Martin Scorsese just next to them having like a drink and like smoking. It's it doesn't feel like a documentary. It just feels real and raw.
Like film, yeah.
Yeah, he really knows how to like create that, like the desired effect. I think that's like, obviously that's a thing that all great directors know how to do, create the desired effect. But he does it in such a solid way.
Using like certain shots to get like an emotional response. Like the very last shot in the George Harrison documentary is like, they don't talk about his death much more, I remember. But the last bit in it is his son's talking about him, and he's talking about a dream he had where it's George, and he asks George, where were you? Like, where have you been? And he said, oh, I never left. And then that's the last line of dialogue you hear, and it cuts to just George in his garden, like walking off. And it's like really, really powerful stuff. And then it starts playing something, I think, the song. Not just Hayden. It's like really
starts playing some bullshit.
starts playing
music.
Gummy Bear.
Yeah, but like another thing as well that I watched from these interviews that I watched, like he knows how to use like silence effectively, how to let it speak for itself.
Absolutely.
And it is just gorgeous whenever it happens. Like the tension that he creates with silence, because again, music's a big part of it. The score of a lot of his films are like a huge part, you know.
Yeah.
But when there's the absence of score, like you really feel it.
I think you said that, and I'm trying to think of a part that comes to mind, and it goes back to Goodfellas.
Yeah.
It's when they've shot Joe Pesci's character, and it's just like the 10-second shot of just his body on the floor.
Yeah, exactly. Like that whole bit, that whole sequence of him being made.
Yeah, it's unbelievable.
Very, like, it doesn't feel tense because like I didn't know what was going to happen at first. I did see a reaction gif on Twitter of that, of just the frame before he gets shot, where he just goes, oh no. Yeah. Where he just does that. It's like someone said something, oh yeah, I'm about to walk into like some like thing that something that I know is a trap or something like that. and then someone just like someone just posted that. But that's a great shot. But like, yeah, like letting it sink in that like, oh shit, this is where it all goes wrong, you know?
It's kicking off.
Who does he kill? Oh yeah. In the car in Goodfellas. You know when he kills the wig guy? When he kills
Yeah.
He's talking the whole way before that, you know, he's just like they're like doing their usual mobster yap and just going shut up, and then as soon as that like
is that when they strangle him?
He does like the screw, it's like a screw in the back of his neck.
I
as soon as that, you just hear like you just hear his like last breath, and then it's quiet. And like that sounds it's so effective at like setting it up. He just knows what he's doing, man. Scorsese just knows what he's doing to a perfect degree. I love these films. They're just so like like a masterclass on like how to make a good film. And like he applies it to everything else, not just mob films as well. Even though he just takes those bits and bobs, you know, puts them in other films because it's an applicable formula to a lot of things. Like I said, Wolf of Wall Street. Like, but
I've just thought of a really good example of when he uses silence.
Go on.
To know when at the end of Raging Bull,
yes,
where he's on the phone with his brother, and right before he hangs up, it's like he's just deathly quiet. He doesn't say anything. That part.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
Like there are a lot of bits in Raging Bull. Actually, the intro to Raging Bull.
The intro to Raging Bull's
intro's good. There's the bit where he gets like beaten to a pulp. He said like he they came up with the idea of like having the like audio at least like be muted or like dampened to make it seem like you know you've been punched in the ear and you can't hear properly. Like really using the sound that well. It's like all elements, you know. It's not just visuals, not just like dialogue. You know, it's every single part, and it's just such a complete package that's so hard to dissect because it's so interwoven and so perfectly crafted that you don't know where to start. That's what I like about these films.
I don't remember Raging Bull as much, but I remember one thing which always stands out to me is the part.
So I'm laughing at we used to put his heart and soul to that, and you went, I don't remember.
I don't remember Raging Bull as much.
I did not care for Raging Bull.
No, I actually find okay. But I will say one thing which always stands out to me. I know you said about the visuals and stuff. It's just how the film is just in black and white.
Yeah.
Up until like towards the end. And the whole opening montage, like you said with the opening where he's like boxing by himself, it's just so powerful because not only the use of music, you don't hear the punches, it's just the music itself playing.
Yeah.
Which is like this classical, like...
That's a great bit as well.
It's so good.
I think there's a lot of balls that goes into going in black and white when you could have colour.
Yeah.
Because I feel like a lot of like the general audience especially don't like that. They want colour. I saw this TikTok clip earlier where someone said that she didn't want to watch any film that was made before 2010. Which is crazy.
Jesus Christ.
It is upsetting, yeah. You've missed out on most of the film there. But anyway, like...
You can watch Hop though, can't you?
Yeah, you want... Oh, brilliant.
That's the thing, like, Martin Scorsese films back in the 70s, 80s were different to what we have not only from him now, but like they felt... Taxi Driver is a good example of that. It doesn't fall in the map of the genre because it's trying to not give the audience what they want. It's trying to be something unique. Same with The King of Comedy. Yeah. The King of Comedy isn't like a mobster film. It's not even like a proper high-scale drama. It's a comedy drama film, which it does have some depressing stuff in.
Yeah.
But it doesn't become like too... I think it got like a PG or 12 or something because it doesn't really do anything bad in it.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think I've seen the first half of it. And it's the bit when he's is it when he's trying to convince some guy to like read what he's done?
Yeah.
And the guy's not having it. I've seen that bit. I've not seen all with him. Good then.
Do you think
it's a good look at stand up and pretty much TV?
Like you said about the rating there, like obviously these films are known for being quite violent.
Yeah.
Do you think the violence is a big part of the style?
I feel like sometimes it is because he's got a bit. Yeah, I don't know how to explain it, but absolutely, that's why we were talking about Hugo earlier. I had no clue that was a Scorsese film
because no one gets unceremoniously killed.
Well, there's action in Hugo. Like there is moments where the kid thought he's gonna get like ran over by a train, which is pretty brutal for a kids film.
Yeah.
But like even
like you don't see like if there was like an adult Scorsese film, you'd see like all those bits fly off. You know, like you'd see him like smear across the floor.
I would say I'm trying to think. Is it? I'm trying to think of a non-violent film like.
Wall Street's not particularly violent.
No, not really.
No.
It's quite like,
there's a lot of drugs and sex. But
it's graphic, it's explicit.
It's graphic,
violent, yeah. The violence is in the language and the actions.
Yeah,
it's really hard because every time I think about like what his violent film is, a non-violent film. The only ones which come up to mind is King Comedy, and Hugo.
It all loops back around to Goodfellas as well for me.
It really does.
Like I want to bring back like how you're saying. Like I remember saying this earlier, but I'm going to say it again. Like Goodfellas in many ways is pretty much done by its violence because it's trying to unglorify mobster culture.
Yeah, exactly.
And that's the thing with a lot of mobster films. Even Irishman, like there is quite a big bit of violence in it.
Yeah.
Even if it's kind of like a lot different to what we.
You know what? The Irishman, like I know we're gonna be wrapping up soon, but The Irishman's got some really good bits in it. Like the bit where Stephen Graham shows up late to a meeting and Al Pacino is playing Jimmy Hoffa. He's like fuming with him, and it's a really good bit. But
the thing about The Irishman is it has one of the most powerful endings in the whole film.
Yeah.
Like the bit where it's okay if I spoil the ending.
Go ahead, go for it.
So like you have I think I forgot Robert De Niro by himself as an old man.
Yeah.
And he's now in a care home, and the man it's Dan leave care home, and he tells him, "Please leave the door open," and it's just so depressing because the whole film is about age.
Yeah.
The whole point is the reason why they de-age him. Which, while I'm not a big fan of it, is to show that time has passed and it's so uncanny. And it's probably the best use of de-aging technology because it's just an uncanny look.
Yeah.
And that's the whole point. It's not supposed to like glorify AI or technology now. It's to show these people aren't what we've seen before. Like look at them in Goodfellas or look at them in like Casino and stuff.
Yeah.
Or even Raging Bull. They look younger, but now they're just sad, old, tired men trying to get into the mobster culture again.
The Irishman could have been his last ever film. I think everybody would have been content. Not that like what he did after wasn't good, but because of it's Joe Pesci, Al Pacino, and Robert De Niro like all together, and that ending's really.
It is legitimately
really great.
It is legitimately Heat. Like how not Heat. It was a film where I know this kind of got off topic, but you'll see me. Where it feels like two legends came together for the first time. Yeah. That's what Irishman was by Martin Scorsese. They're bringing all the people he worked with into this one big film. Yeah. I do agree. If it was his final film,
it would have been quite a great like send off.
Yeah, because the mob genre I feel has like such a like pantheon of characters of like of directors and actors in it. I don't know why it is though. It just feels separate from the rest of the film.
It does, yeah.
Like Robert De Niro is up there among the greatest actors, but like
absolutely,
he's like he seems separate in some way. You know,
Al Pacino, even like Al Pacino, right?
Exactly,
now,
Al Pacino
kind of
as well.
going in comedies now.
Mm-hmm. Like
he's a bit sad, but
yeah, and everyone's got their meet the fuckers. You know, like
meet the fuckers. Everyone's got bad.
Everyone's got to make money. Like you know, but
are you saying it's not good?
No, I love Meet the Fuckers.
Oh, exactly. It's so funny. I got nipples, Greg. Can you milk me? Why was that not Martin Scorsese? Imagine if he did Meet the Fuckers.
Brilliant. Peak.
Ends
Greg has taken that back and shot.
Ends with Ben Stiller killing everyone.
But I'm going to share. Well, I've got a little anecdote here from Martin Scorsese.
This one's gonna.
I'll talk to him directly. And,
this one's going to end with.
Yeah, I think so. It is about the violence, right? About
Meet
how
the Fuckers is the greatest film ever.
The very undramatic, very like unglorified violence is like a key part of the films because like growing up in this like essentially like just Italian street in New York, the like the people around would like say that like in this era, obviously the mob operated. This was like peak mob era, you know. What they'd do is if there was a hit going on, like that was going to happen, they'd like tell all the mothers like call their kids inside. They'd go inside a few minutes later, bang, gunshot.
Wow.
Then they just go straight back outside and start playing again. Like the violence was such a part of this like everyday life.
That's
which is why I feel like he presents it as like
real,
it's so like flat
Yeah.
as it is, you know, where he doesn't glorify. There's no like you know,
It's not like Godfather.
there's no sword fights in any like Scorsese film. You know, like you don't have like people doing flips and stuff. You know,
well,
even in like a mob film, there's not really any shootouts, not really any tension. There's just bam. Dead.
Yeah,
that's a life
and
gone.
then
That's
they
a
don't
character
really
life gone. You know,
make like you're saying, don't really make a big scene of it. Like the bit with you were saying earlier when they kill Murray and Goodfellas. That's never like no one going, oh my god, they killed him like so and so. Let's go. Oh, Murray's dead.
Like it just happens, and
even the montage of them all dying, like they don't make it a big deal. Even like it's a quick miss and you blink.
It's so matter of fact, exactly, and that's influenced the genre to this day. I think
absolutely.
There is a line in Sopranos which is taken essentially word for word from Goodfellas that like when you die, it's not going to be cinematic. It's not going to be.
Oh yeah.
You're not going to know what's going to happen. You're just going to fade. It's just going to fade to black.
Yeah.
Which obviously influenced the genre to this day. He's a brilliant director, Scorsese.
I need to watch like every man Scorsese. I think you've actually got.
I do need to watch the rest of them. Yeah. Well, I think that's all the sit-downs and sleeping with the fishes that we have time for today. Make sure to check out our Instagram, TikTok and Facebook pages for more CineClub podcast content and updates.
As always, this episode was recorded and produced by us, the Sunderland University students, as well as being engineered and edited by Emily Main.
A special thanks goes out to Steve Cannon, Barbara Sadler and Richard Berry. A reminder that our three wise guys this week have consisted of me, Matthew,
me, Rhys,
and me, Dion. This has been a CineClub production from Spark. Thanks for listening.